Hi, this is Kat with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use rubber cord and memory wire to make a charm bangle. Now this is what we're going to be making today. It's actually, like I said, using our rubber cord, and there's a nice open core in the center that we're just going to thread memory wire through. And then I have my cord ends and I've added a charm. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I did also want to show you that I've made a little bangle set using other colors that we have of our rubber cord. These are just kind of smaller ones, but I just thought they were just kind of fun. So I just wanted to show you the different types of things that you can do with this. So to do this project, what we're going to need is we're going to need some memory wire. We're going to need 2 cord ends, a charm. I have here about 12 inches of the rubber cord in black. We're also going to be using super glue glue as our bonding agent. I have a scrap of wire here to help me apply the glue. And the rubber cord is cut very easily by scissors, so you'll need a pair of scissors, a chain nose plier just to help you feed the wire through, and a memory wire cutter. Now make sure that you're using a memory wire cutter and not just a regular flush cutter, because you could damage your cutters that way. So let's get started. So to begin, we're going to take our 12 inches of rubber cord. Now, as you can see, this is actually about 12 inches of the cord, so I'm going to use all of it. So I don't need my scissors to cut it, but if you did want to adjust your length, you could do so now. So I'm going to go ahead and take the memory wire and just take my black cord, and you'll see that there's a little well in there, and you're just going to thread the memory cord onto the rubber and just string it along, and it should move fairly nicely for you. And just keep scooching it along. And if you get to a point where it starts to get a little stuck, you can always use your chain nose pliers. And let me just kind of move that around and just help thread it through. And just keep moving. And it should go in fairly easily for you. If it doesn't, you might just need to kind of stretch out your cord so that it keeps going. And we're just going to keep threading the entire foot through until I see it kind of pop out the other end. So now I'm just going to kind of push that back in. You can also use the side of your pliers here so you don't pinch your finger. So now that is flush, and you can see it right there in the well. And don't worry about the fact that it's gold memory wire, you won't actually see it. So first things first, I am going to cut my memory wire right here using my memory wire cutters. And just get it nice and close and go ahead and cut that off. And now you can set your excess memory wire aside. So that's what it looks like before we've added our cord ends, and you can already see that it's nice and bouncy. So now I'm going to take my 2 little cord ends and my super glue, and make sure that you have a little piece of paper to put your little scrap of wire down onto, because you don't want it to be on your work surface. Now, just a little tip here for you. The reason we're using a scrap of wire is that this well is very small, and 1 drop of the super glue is just a little bit too much. So we're just going to kind of swirl it around there, and I'm going to tap off a little bit of the excess and then just kind of get it into that well and just sort of move it around a little and get a little bit more, because you don't want too much glue in there. Okay, I'm just going to set my piece of wire down, take 1 cord end, and let's just get it in my fingers, and just slide it onto the end, and it should fit very nicely. These cord ends are designed to fit with this particular cord, so you should have no problem making it fit. You just hold it for just a minute, just let it dry, and I'm going to go ahead and set that down and let it dry for just a few minutes. I'm going to close up my glue, and then I'll be right back to show you how to add the charm and add the other cord end. Okay, so now that I've let it dry for just a few minutes, what I'm going to do next is, before I add my other cord end, I'm going to add on my charm, and it should slip right on for you, no problem. And now what I'm going to do is just add my other cord end. If you need to at this point, you can snip off just that little excess, which I'm going to do. You just get it nice and close and just snip it off. There we go. That makes me happy. So now I'm just going to repeat the process, getting my super new glue onto my piece of wire here, tapping off any excess if you do need to. There we go. Just a little too much. Okay. And just going to put it in my well. Right there. Make sure it gets all along the sides. And now, I'm going to pick it up very carefully and place my other end inside. And just press it just gently, just to make sure that it really bonds to it. And there you go. That is how to use rubber cord and memory wire to make a charm bangle. And I bet that you're going to want to do this with a lot of different styles and a lot of different charms. And be sure to check out all of our TierraCast charms and all of the wonderful colors that we offer for our rubber cord and memory wire. You can find all of these supplies and more at Beadaholique.com.